All right. Yeah, so my name is Hadley. I think I know everyone on here. But good morning. It's so good to see all of you. And we'll go ahead and get started. So, child's pose. And bringing your knees out wide and sinking your hips towards your heels. Yeah, just taking a moment to get settled in the space that you're in. Yeah, and just getting like a sense of your breath here. Yeah, and a sense of like how you're showing up this morning, your mood, your energy, and not needing to fix or change anything, but just notice. Yeah, and just be with whatever your experience is right here. And take one more deep breath in and a full breath out. And then you'll press up to your hands and your knees, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up and back. And it's creating like an upside down V. And your tailbone's like the tip of the V. Really reach up and back, create length and space in your spine, the sides of your body. Nice, you can move around here, pedaling it out, taking your hips left and right. And start generating your ujjayi breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And our ujjayi breath is, it's this tool that we have, and it builds heat, it builds connection. And it's a tool that lands us right where you are in your physical body. And then walk your feet up to your hands, ragdoll forward fold at the top of your mat. Yeah, separating your feet hip width or maybe a little wider. You can hold opposite elbow or opposite bicep. Good, yeah, or grip of your choice. And taking what you need this morning. Good, really creating that strength and stability through the feet and the legs, that rooting down, that connection into the earth. And really let your upper body soften, let your head drop. And no tension in your neck, your jaw. And then release your hands down to the floor. And bring your feet together to touch. You'll press down through your feet and reach your fingertips up to the ceiling, extended mountain. And really create that rooting through the feet to get the lift and length up through the fingertips. Yeah, lengthen the sides of your body, pit of the belly draws in. And then bring the palms of your hands together to touch at heart center. And we'll begin practice with the sound of Om. You'll take a full inhale. On your next inhale, you'll reach up, look up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen your spine. And plant your palms, step it back, high to low push-up. Nice chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. And staying with your ujjayi breathing. And open your eyes, set them to one point, your drishti, your focus, where you put your attention. And take another breath in. Breathe out. Look forward, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise, extended mountain, root down, reach up. Exhale, bow forward, belly to spine. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more inhale. Full exhale. Look forward, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, lengthen the sides of your body up. Bow forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Now press every sip of air out, then upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Good, really rooting down into your palms. And here, without moving your hands, like imagine you're squeezing your thumbs towards one another. Good, expand your chest and upper back. Pull the pit of the belly in. And take a breath in. Empty it out. Lift your heels and jump or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, reach up, breathe in. Bow forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Now listen to the sound of your breath. Take one more breath in. Empty it out. Look forward, jump or step your feet to your thumbs. Halfway lift, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good, set your gaze to the horizon. And really shift the weight back towards your heels until you feel like your legs fire up, your core engage. And then sink a little deeper. Yeah, and as you sink deeper, like where can you soften? Soften the muscles in your face. Good. Maybe take your upper arm bones back. Good. Breathe in and bow forward. Breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Good, back foot spins flat. And really stay low in the right knee. So you can get your right knee to 90 degrees. And that might mean taking your stance wider front to back. Good, yeah, arms reach up, turn the palms to face each other, pinky fingers wrap in. And imagine like you have a block between your hands and you're trying to squeeze it in. Yeah, squeeze your triceps, your biceps. Take a full inhale and release your hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Exhale as you lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Good, getting grounded and rooted through the lower body. Hug muscle to bone through your right leg, right glute engaged. And then can you sink deeper into the left knee, working that left knee to 90 degrees. Good, and from that rooting down, that connection into the earth, you get to lift and lengthen up. Yeah, spin your pinky fingers in and imagine you're squeezing a block between your palms, like light up your fingertips. Yeah, firm up through your triceps and your biceps. Good, lift up a bit more, maybe look up, breathe in, And hands come to the mat, high to low push-up, breathe out. Upward facing dog, broaden your collarbones. Downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Nice. And then we're gonna flow through that breath to movement. So you'll take a full inhale, complete exhale, look forward, jump or step, your feet to your thumbs. Halfway lift, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Bend your knees, chair, one breath in. Bow forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Press down, reach up, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. And move with your breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale all the way up. And exhale right back down, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good, listen to your breath and open your eyes, set your eyes to one point. Good, really press down and forward through the palms of your hands. Lift your tailbone up and back a bit more. Take another breath in. Empty it out. Look forward, jump or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend your knees, chair, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Now from the floor all the way up through your fingertips. Inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Hug into center line. Upward facing dog. Pin your shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. And moving with intention. Inhale. High to low push-up. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yeah, and just notice like the texture of your breath. Really smooth out your breath, even inhales and exhales. And take one more breath in. Clear it out. Look forward, jump or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair, sit low, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, full expression. Exhale, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Ground down to get the lift up. High to low push-up, right back down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yeah, moving with your breath. Right? Our breath just helps us get out of our thinking mind and right into our physical bodies. Just being right where you are in the space that you're in. Take a breath in. Empty it out. Jump or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend your knees, chair. Inhale. Set your gaze. Bow forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, lengthen. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing and moving with intention. downward facing. Left foot forward, warrior one. And move from your core, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, look up. Downward facing dog, look back. Yeah, and using your Ujjayi breath, and if you need to release some heat, you can sigh out your mouth. And then just seal your lips and begin again. Ujjayi in through your nose. Ujjayi out through your nose. Take a breath in. Breath out. Look forward, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair, inhale, building heat. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up, and then open it up, warrior two. Good. And flip your right palm to face the ceiling. Reverse your warrior. Left hand comes to your left leg. Stay low in the right knee. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, windmill your hands all the way down to the mat, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. And then open it up, warrior two. Flip your left palm to face the ceiling. Reverse, right hand to your right leg. Breathe in. And windmill your hands down to the mat, high to low push-up. Breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet together to touch at the back of your mat. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Good, and stay there for a moment with your right leg reaching straight back. Square your hips and sink your left heel towards the mat. Good, and see if you can lift your right leg a little higher. Nice, and then come high up to the ball of the left foot. Bend your right knee, start to roll open. That right hip stacks over the left. And then flip your dog or stay three-legged dog. Good, pressing down through the feet, lift your hips up. Good, slide your shoulder blades together. And then maybe drop your head back, open your chest, your throat. And then flip back over, high plank. And ground down through the right palm, open it up to side plank, left arm to the ceiling. Good, feet can be stacked, they can be staggered. Maybe your left leg lifts up, nice, Amy. Good, your fullest expression. Reach up through the left fingertips, maybe look up to the left hand. Take a breath in, and high to low push-up, breathe out. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, bring your feet together to touch. Lift your left leg up towards the sky and stay there for a moment. Keep your hips squared, flexing your left foot, toes face the floor, and sink your right heel towards the mat. Good, and then from there, can you lift your left leg a little higher? And then come high up to the ball of the right foot, bend the left knee, roll open, and then flip your dog or stay three-legged dog. Yeah, grounding down into the mat, lift your hips up and your shoulders to your back. Good. Then flip back over, high plank. And press down through the left palm, right arm to the ceiling for side plank. Good, taking your variation right away, fullest expression. Yeah, maybe your right leg hovers. Good, reaching up through the right fingertips, maybe look up to the right hand. Drishti, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. And working that right knee to that 90-degree angle. And might mean taking your stance wider front to back. And you can reach your arms up. Good. Front of the pelvis lifts up, pit of the belly draws in. And then bring your hands to heart center and you'll twist to the right. Left elbow hooks outside your right thigh. Good, really lengthening from your left heel all the way through the crown of your head. Get really long, create space, and then opening and twisting, maybe opening your arms. Good. Yeah, pull the right hip crease back as the left hamstring lifts up to the ceiling. Good, see if you can lift your chest slightly away from your right thigh. Good, twist a little deeper. And then without moving the right knee, you'll come up and around warrior two. See if you can stay low in the hips. Good. Yeah, right knee tracks right over the right middle toes. Drishti over the right fingertips. And Ujjayi breath. And flip your right palm to face the ceiling. Reverse your warrior, left hand to your left leg. Right arm reaches up and back. An extended side angle, right forearm to your thigh or fingertips to the floor. Nice, Jennifer. Yeah, press your right glute underneath you a bit. Good, maybe nudging your right knee to the right slightly if it's collapsing to the left. And then lengthen the sides of your body, pit of the belly draws in, and then you get the opening up towards the ceiling. Nice, yeah, where are you looking? Take another big breath in. Release your hands to the mat, high to low push-up, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Keep the bend in the left knee, working that left thigh towards parallel to the mat. High on the ball of the right foot. Good. Lift the front of the pelvis up, pit of the belly draws in. Good, lengthen a bit more through the sides of the body, pinky fingers wrap in. And then bring your hands to heart center and twist left, right elbow outside the left thigh. Good, and really using that connection of the right arm to the left leg to lengthen your spine with the chest away from the left thigh. And then maybe opening your arms. Good, imagine you're squeezing your feet towards one another. So really zip up through the legs, lengthen through your spine, maybe twist a little deeper. And then you'll stay low in the left knee and come up and around warrior two. Hips stay low. And right away, put in your gaze right over the left fingertips. Expanding from fingertip to fingertip and pinning your shoulders to your back, shoulder integration. Flip your left palm to face the ceiling. Reverse your warrior, right hand to your right leg. Left arm reaches up and back. Extended side angle, left forearm to your thigh or fingertips to the floor. Good, possibly nudging the left knee to the left slightly, and then pressing the left glute underneath you. Now muscle the bone through the right leg. Good, lengthen through the sides of the body, and then open up to the ceiling, like wrapping your left lungs underneath the right. Take a full inhale, and release your hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Exhale as you lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. Together, take a breath in and a breath out. Look forward, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair. And again, can you shift the weight back towards your heels, lifting and spreading your toes out, and feel how your legs engage, hugging into center line, squeeze your inner thighs, your glutes. And then bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right, left elbow outside the right thigh. And you can keep your palms pressing together at heart center, or you might open your arms. You might play with side crow. Good, yeah, and if you're in the twist, see if you can get your hips lower than your heart. Good, nice Amy, nice Mike. Good, sink deeper, lengthen your spine, twist more. And then everyone come back to chair pose. All right, back to chair, hugging into center line, staying with that internal heat building. Take a breath in and then bow forward, let it go. Now separate your feet hip width distance and wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine, and then bow forward, let your head drop. Elbows point out to the sides of your mat, and imagine you're like trying to pull your chest towards your thighs. And that might look like bending your knees a bit. And let your head drop again. Release your big toes. Bring your feet back together to touch. And chair, sit low, reach your arms up. And right away, put in your drishti, ujjayi breath. And then bring your hands to heart center, and you'll twist to the left, right elbow outside the left thigh. Maybe opening your arms here. We're playing with side crow. Nice, yeah, pull the right hip crease back slightly. Good, yeah, sit your hips lower, keep your chest lifted. Lengthen your spine, maybe twist a bit deeper. And then come back to chair. We'll all meet in chair. Good, hug into center line. Smooth out your breath. Take a full inhale and bow forward, exhale. Separate your feet hip width distance. For gorilla, slide the palms of your hands underneath your feet from the front. Good, halfway lift. Forward fold. Yeah, so your toes come to your wrist creases. Inner ankles spin back and hugging your outer shins in. So your legs are engaged, quad muscles engaged. Sitting bones lift and spread towards the ceiling. And then let your head drop. Yeah, soften through the back of your neck, your spine. Release your hands from underneath your feet. And then toe heel your feet out wide towards the edges of your mat. And bring your toes out, heels slightly in. And come down to a malasana squat. So hands come to heart center. Good. And really press your elbows into your inner thighs, and then your legs back into your elbows. Good, lengthen your tailbone down, crown of the head reaches up. Pin your shoulders to your back. Then you can stay right here, or you might plant your palms coming into crow pose. Yeah, maybe you just want to play. You can plant your palms a little shoulder width or a little wider. Climb your knees up towards your armpits. You shift your weight into your hands. Keep your hips high. And then maybe taking one foot up, maybe the other lifts up. Good, pressing down into your hands, pulling into your core. Yeah, drishti. Lift your hips more, breathe in, and then chaturanga, breathe out. Wherever you are, jump or step back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And together, take a breath in and a breath out. Look forward, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. An eagle right side, right arm wraps underneath the left. And then right leg goes up and over the left. Good, sinking deep into the left knee. Good, nice, Amy. And drishti right through your forearms. Inhale, unwind, extended mountain. Eagle left side, left arm under, left leg over. And you have that drishti, that clear vision. Yeah, really just seeing what you see, being right in the space that you're in. Yeah, landing fully in this pose. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up. And again, eagle right side, right arm under, right leg over. Yeah, coming right into it, finding that edge, sinking deep in the left knee. Yeah, pin your shoulders back, shoulder integration. And unwind, extended mountain. Reach up, breathe in. Eagle left side, left arm under, left leg over. Now press down through the mound of the right big toe. Really root through the center of the right heel. And maybe sink deeper in the right knee. Extended mountain, unwind, reach up. Then bring your hands to heart center. Bring your hands to your hips. And you'll lift your right leg up and you can catch the front of the right knee with your right hand or catch peace fingers to big toes if you want to straighten your leg. Good, plugging that right femur bone back towards the hip socket. And then you'll open your right leg right. You can reach your left arm to the left. Yeah, plugging into center. And then from center, expanding out. Yeah, maybe drishti over the left fingertips. Nice, Jennifer. And internal rotation through the right inner thigh. And bring it back to center. Now reach both arms to the ceiling. Extend your right leg straight out. Hug muscle the bone through the right leg. And without leaning back. Flex your right toes. And then sweep it back, airplane. Good. Palms face the floor. Pin your shoulders to your back. Good, Michelle. Yes, fan out your fingers. Firm up your triceps. And then keep your arms wide, come into half moon. Left fingertips come right down to the floor, right arm to the ceiling. Good, muscle the bone through the right leg. Yeah, there's this contraction, this hugging muscle to bone, hugging into center line, and then an expansion, like reaching out from fingertip to fingertip. Good, and then bring your right hand to the floor, but keep your right leg lifted. Square your hips, so right toes face the floor, and imagine you're pressing straight back with the right foot. Then we're gonna come into a revolved half moon, so right fingertips to the floor, lift your left arm to the ceiling. Yeah, press straight down through the four corners of the left foot and press straight back through the four corners of the right foot. Lengthen your spine, twist from your core, and then fold forward, let it go. Yeah, shake out your legs. All right, extended mountain, reach up, breathe in. And then bring your hands to heart center. Bring your hands to your hips. And you'll lift the left leg up and catch the front of the left knee or peace fingers to big toes if you want to straighten your leg. And plug that left femur bone back into the hip socket. And then from center, opening up, left leg left, right arm can reach right. Nice, Mike. Great use of a towel. Maybe drishti over the right fingertips. And come back to center. Now reach both arms to the ceiling, extend your left leg straight out, flex your left toes towards your face, hug muscle to bone through the left leg, left quad engaged. Keep your chest lifted, and then sweep it back, airplane. Good. Yeah, shoulder integration, pin your shoulders to your back, pit of the belly draws in. And then keep your arms wide, bring your right fingertips to the floor, left arm to the ceiling. Yeah, like a big wingspan from fingertip to fingertip. The right foot at 12 o'clock. A micro bend in the right knee, and then re-engage the leg muscles. Good, Sherry Lynn. And then bring your left fingertips to the floor. You'll square your hips, keep your left leg lifted. Good, so your left toes face the floor, flexing your left foot. You'll lengthen your spine, place your left fingertips to the floor, right arm to the ceiling, revolved half moon. Now press straight down through the right foot and straight back through the left foot. Lengthen your spine, pit of the belly draws in, pin your shoulders to your back, and then open and twist, and release. Left foot meets the right, shake out your legs. And inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Bring your hands to heart center. For tree pose, bring your right foot to the inseam of your left leg, above or below the knee. You can keep your palms pressing together at heart center, or reach your arms to the ceiling. Yeah, palms face each other. And again, imagine you have that block in between your hands. You're trying to squeeze it in. Yeah, firm up your biceps, your triceps. Maybe look up and start to go back. And release, hands to heart center, right foot meets the left. And just switch sides, left foot to the inseam of the right leg. Good, above or below the knee. You can reach your arms up or keep them pressing together at heart center. And if your arms went up, pinky fingers wrap in, and imagine you have a block between your hands. Now really root down through the lower body, create that strength, the stability, and then lift up through the sides of the body. Good, creating space and length. Maybe look up if you haven't. And then release, left foot meets the right. And come to the top of your mat. And take a breath in, reach up, extended mountain, maybe finding a small back bend at the peak of your inhalation. And then bow forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good, step your right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. And then open it up, warrior two. And straighten your right leg for triangle. Send your hips back, reach your right fingertips forward as far as they'll go. And then float them down to the floor or a block if you have one, or your shin is great. Good. Grounded, rooted through the feet. Front of the pelvis lifts up. The pit of the belly draws in, knit your front ribs together. Pin your shoulders to your back, and then open your torso up towards the ceiling a bit more. Nice. Then press down through the right foot. Let your left fingertips pull you up. You can bring your hands to your hips. Turn all 10 toes to face the left side of your mat. Inhale your chest up, and maybe slight back bend, and then bow forward. Nice, Chris. And hands can come to the floor. If you want to get upside down, tripod headstand, go for it. Good. And right here is like an opportunity to get re-grounded, reconnected to the earth, to your breath. And if you're up, you'll slowly make your way down. And then lift up to a flat back and pause there with your hands at the floor. And then walk your hands to the top of your mat. So you pivot on your feet into a runner's lunge. Stay high on the ball of the left foot. Good. And then right here, we're going to do some switch jumps. So you're just going to jump left foot forward and then right foot forward. And if you're not jumping, you can take steps. Yeah, you can just step. Good for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land with your right leg forward and place your left hand down. Lift your right arm to the ceiling for a twist. Yeah, just getting your heart rate up a bit. Really lengthen from your left heel to the crown of your head. Pin your shoulders back, maybe twist a little deeper. Good, and then release your hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. And then open it up, warrior two. And straighten your left leg, triangle. Reach your hips back to the back of your mat, left arm forward, and then float it down to the floor or your shin. Yeah, and that expansion and contraction is everywhere, right? Like hugging muscle to bone through the legs, getting grounded, pressing down through the feet, contraction, and then expansion, like reaching, creating space from fingertip to fingertip, lengthening your spine, sides of the body, and then opening up. Nice. And press down through the left foot. Let your right arm pull you up. And bring your hands to your hips, or you can interlace your hands behind your back. Good. Open your chest up to the ceiling, expand through your collarbones, and then bow forward. If your hands are interlaced, hands go overhead. Nice. If you want to play with getting upside down again. Good, Martin. Nice, Jennifer. Great use of a wall if you want to play with handstands. Amazing. Good. A few more moments here. And if your hands are interlaced, you'll gently release them to the floor. And you'll lift up to a flat back. Keep your hands at the floor. You'll walk your hands forward to the towards your left foot, pivoting on the feet, high on the ball of the right foot. So you're in the runner's lunge. All right, we're going to do the switch kicks again. So you'll just switch right leg forward, left leg back. Good. And you can jump or you can step. Yeah, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land with your left leg forward. Pause. Good. Right arm to the floor, left arm to the ceiling for a twist. Good. Lengthen your spine. Twisting from your core. Keep that right hamstring lifting up to the ceiling. Good. Big breath in. Twist open. And release your hands to the mat. High to low push-up. Breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, so then shift forward into a high plank. And then come down to your forearms for a forearm plank. Good, knees can be lifted, knees can be down at the mat. Good, and we're just gonna hold this for 1 minute. A 1 minute forearm plank, really hugging into center line. You got this. Good, hug muscle to bone through the legs, right? There's that contraction, hugging in, and there's an expansion, like lengthen from your heels to the crown of your head. Good, and breathe, Ujjayi breath, right? When a pose gets challenging, just come right back to your breath. And if you need to drop your knees, no problem. We got 20 more seconds. Nice. Yeah, where are you looking? Focus, attention, drishti, and listen to your breath. 10 more seconds. Good. Now go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to your belly. Amazing. Yeah, just bring your arms alongside your body. Turn a cheek to the mat. And just rest here. Your heart rate might be up a bit. Just listen to your heart beating. And then locust pose. You'll turn your forehead to face the floor, palms face the floor alongside your body. And then lift your arms and legs up using the muscles in your back. And lengthen from your feet to the crown of your head. And then lift up. Good. Bring your shoulders to your back. Pit of the belly draws in. And release. Yeah, just turn a cheek to the mat. Good. Locust again. You'll turn your forehead to face the floor, palms face the floor. Press down through your hips and pelvis. Lift your arms and legs up. Yeah, and dial your pinky toes down towards the mat. Internal rotation through your thighs. Good. Lift a little higher. And release. Yeah, turn a cheek to the mat. Floor bow, you'll bend your knees, catch your feet or your ankles from the outside. And before you kick, really squeeze your knees in. The front of the pelvis lifts up, pit of the belly draws in, and then kick your feet into your hands, lift up. Nice. Yeah, if your knees went out, squeeze them back into hip width. Good, pin your shoulders back, jawbone straight back towards the neck. Maybe look up, yeah, go up. And release. Good, you can sway your feet left and right, releasing through the lower back. All right, we got one more of those. Bend your knees, floor bow, or you can stay with locust. Yeah, floor bow, catching your feet or your ankles, and then kicking your feet into your hands. Good, lift up, peeling your ribs up off the floor. Yeah, there's the strength, the hugging in, the kicking. And where can you soften the muscles in your face? Good, open up, maybe look up. And release. Yeah, turn a cheek to the mat. You can sway your feet again. And release your feet down to the floor. Bring your hands alongside your ribs, fingertips face forward. The tops of the feet down to the floor. Press into the tops of your feet and your hands, upward facing dog. Good, so you can get your thighs lifted up off the mat. Imagine you're dragging your hips towards your wrist creases, pin your shoulders back, maybe gaze up, and then downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And take a breath in, empty it out, look forward and jump or step through your hands onto your seat. Good, you'll sit down, lower all the way down to your back for bridge. Bend your knees, place your feet flat to the floor. Yeah, right away, no hesitation, lift your hips up, nice Amy. Yeah, dialing down into the bones of your feet, mounds of the big toe press down, center of the heels root down. Good, front of the pelvis lifts up. It might give you more space and length in your lower back to lift a little higher through the hips. And release, come on down. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then wheel or bridge again. So wheel, planting your hands by your ears, fingertips face forward, pressing down to lift up. Good. Yeah, feet at 12 o'clock, squeeze your knees into hip width, and internal rotation through the thighs. Good if you're in wheel, straightening through your arms, and then release. Yeah, tailbone comes down last. Take a breath in, and a breath out. And then again, wheel or bridge, press down, come on up. Now listen to your breath. Now use your breath to get out of your thinking mind, dropping what you don't need, and then lifting up. And release. Come on down, tailbone comes down last. Take a breath in and a breath out. We're going to do one more wheel or bridge. Press down, lift up, total body expression. Good, yeah. Lengthen your thighs forward and reach your heart back. And then release, yeah, upper, middle, lower back, release. And bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall open, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place a hand on your heart, one on your belly if you like. And let your eyes close. And you'll draw your knees into your chest and give them a slight squeeze in, maybe rock a little left and right. And happy baby, you'll grab the soles of your feet from the inside or outside. Yeah, and you can find movement here. You can also land in stillness, like anchoring your knees down to the mat, tailbone lengthens towards the mat. And draw your knees back into your chest. And then hold on to your hamstrings and you'll start to rock and roll front and back along the length of your spine. And then come up to boat pose, Navasana. Good, knees can be bent. You can straighten your legs. Yeah, flex your toes towards your face and fan out all 10 toes. Maybe lift your arms up. Really lengthen your spine, like press your upper thoracic spine into your chest. Pin your shoulders back. Belly draws in. Hug muscle the bone through the legs. Maybe straighten up more. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Maybe straighten your legs a bit more. 3, 2, 1. All right, hold on to your hamstrings, rock and roll, front and back. And then make your way into downward facing dog. Now you can vinyasa or just step it straight back. And lift your right leg up towards the sky. And bring your right knee to your right wrist for half pigeon. Good. Yeah, keeping your right foot flexed. And that left leg going straight out behind you. So your hip, knee, and ankle are all in one line. And you can come down to your forearms or your chest if you like. Yeah, and give a slight draw of the right hip crease back and left hip kind of rolls down and forward. Okay, so down towards your mat and then hugging into center. And listening to the sound of your breath. steady, rhythmic, intentional breathing. Ujjayi. And then you can stay right where you are. If you want more of a quad stretch, you'll walk your hands up to come up to the palms of your hands, and you'll place your right hand right in the middle of your mat. Okay, and then you'll bend your left knee, and you'll catch your foot with your left hand. Good, you can stay right there, more upright, or you can squeeze your heel towards your left glute and come down, back down to your forearms. Nice, Amy. Yeah, playing with mermaid or king pigeon. And if you have your foot, your left foot, you'll release it. And then everyone make your way back up to the palms of your hands and into downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, left leg lifts up to the ceiling. And bring your left leg forward, half pigeon. The left knee comes towards the left wrist, keeping that left foot flexed. You can stay upright or start to walk yourself forward. And again, there's that slight draw of the left hip crease towards the back of your space, and right hip goes down and forward, kind of down towards the mat, and then hugging into center, like femur bones plug into the hip sockets. And it's that practice of maybe taking the pose to where it's a little uncomfortable, right? And then you stay there and you breathe, and just relaxing like with what is, not needing to control or fix or change anything. Yeah, just being with your experience right here. Right, and our breath is that amazing tool to like stay, to relax with what is. And just to come right back to our physical bodies. And then you can stay right where you are, or you might walk up to the palms of your hands and bring your right hand to the left hand to the middle of your mat, and then bend your right knee. You can catch your foot or your ankle. It can be from the inside or the outside, and you can stay upright, or you might start to squeeze the right heel towards the right glute. Good for more of a quad stretch, and then you can come back down to your left forearm if you like. Squeezing your heel in. And breath. Listening to the sound of your breath. And sending your breath to any areas that feel tight or stuck, and just moving that energy with your breath. If you have your foot, you'll gently release it. And make your way back up to the palms of your hands and take one final downward facing dog. Good. And just taking any movements that you need or that you want here. Good. Sinking your heels towards the mat, pressing into your palms, tailbone lifts up and back. Good. And then you'll lower your knees down to the mat and then make your way onto your seat. So you'll just swing both legs forward, and you'll sit down. Extend both legs out, flex your feet. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. And then exhale, you'll bow forward. Yeah, hinging from the hip creases. You might slide your sitting muscles back a bit. Good, reaching the center of your chest towards your feet. And then you can let your head drop. And give a slight press of the backs of your legs into the mat. Maybe lengthen your spine a bit more. Make your way back up. For a reverse tabletop, you'll plant your hands underneath your shoulders, fingertips face forward. And you can bend your knees or keep your legs straight for reverse plank. And then press your feet down, lift your hips up. Good. If your legs are straight, point your toes towards the front of your space. Good, and everyone broaden through your collarbone. Good, reversing all the chaturangas. And then lower your hips down. For fish, you'll come down to your forearms. Good, straighten your legs, point your toes towards the front of your space. Good, pin your shoulders back, press your upper thoracic spine in towards your chest. So you puff up through the chest. And let your head drop back if it feels okay. Now opening through your throat. Good, really point your toes, lift your chest. And then come on down to your back, just gently, slowly release down. Good. For an inversion of your choice, so you can take hips on a block if you have a block or any kind of prop. Shoulder stand, head stand, handstand. Yeah, taking what you need. Nice. You're really reaching your feet straight up to the ceiling. So you reach like right up through the center line of your body. And if you're in shoulder stand and want to come into plow, you let your feet come overhead. And toes can be tucked or they can be like tops of the feet on the floor. And you might play with interlacing your hands at the mat beneath you, pressing into the pinky edges of your arms. Just being mindful not to move your neck. And then from plow, deaf man's pose, dropping your knees alongside your ears. A possibility here is to reach your hands towards your feet in deaf man's pose. If you have hips on a block, just stay. If you're in handstand or headstand, maybe making your way into child's pose. And wherever you are, you'll carefully make your way out. And then draw your right knee in towards your chest. Let your left leg extend out long. And maybe pick up your hips, scoot them to the right slightly, and then you'll take the right knee across the body for a supine twist. And deep breathing here, just filling your lungs to full capacity. And then emptying it out, rinsing and twisting. And come back to center. Extend your right leg out long, hug your left knee in towards your chest. Yeah, squeezing it in, maybe picking up your hips, scooting them to the left a bit. And then take your left leg across the body over to the right. Now just letting gravity melt the right knee towards the mat, the left shoulder blade towards the mat. And deepening and expanding your breath. Make your way back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place a hand on your heart, one on your abdomen again. Yeah, if you want more of a hip opening, you can press the soles of your feet together. Good, and slight, like lengthen your tailbone towards your heel. So front of the pelvis lifts up. And take a full inhale. And then exhale it out your mouth. Do that again. Breathe in. And sigh it out. Shavasana, extending your arms and legs out. And taking what you need here, just to feel fully supported. Yeah, if you want socks, a blanket, sweater. And arms can be palms up or down. Palms up is more receiving, palms down more grounding. Maybe slightly draw the shoulder blades down and underneath you, slight puff up of the chest. Yeah, and then just soften everything, muscles in your face, soften your breath, and just rest. You'll begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And you can start to move a bit, wiggling your fingers, your toes. And then when you feel ready, you'll bend your knees and roll to a comfortable side in the fetal position. And just taking a pause there and feeling the weight of your body and the support of the earth beneath you. And then with your eyes closed, making your way up to a seated position. And bring the palms of your hands together to touch at heart center. Lift your thumbs up to forehead center. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.